So a whole lot of new Justice League information has been revealed, courtesy of a set visit. Now, Justice League is the next DC cinematic film. It's pretty highly anticipated, mate. Now, the depth of information that's been revealed to the public when a movie is still so far away, November of 2017, is unprecedented. And it appears as if the reason for doing so revolves around getting journalists and fans back on board with this comic book universe after Batman v Superman underperformed critically and financially. Now you might say, hey, but I loved that movie, how dare you? But these are the facts, man. I'm sorry a movie you loved hasn't been universally praised. Sometimes the things that you like, not everybody likes. For example, I really like the movie The Replacements. But hey, not everybody does. And that infuriates me! How dare anybody suggest this movie is anything other than perfect? That being said, there's a lot of great things and some minor concerns coming through in the Justice League information that we got. So I'm going to go through 5 of the biggest reveals, with also some speculation about what some of this might mean for the future of the DCCU. Starting with the lighter tone. That's one of the biggest shifts this movie has made, and is actually a direct response to the resulting fallout from Batman v Superman. From the costumes to the scenes described, it's been reported by a few that the whole thing felt more like a Marvel production. Now, not every comic book movie needs to resemble an MCU film. That'd be terrible. Variety is the spice of life. Wait, what is this? Loose spice? That ain't right. Anyways, the point I want to make is that it appears criticisms and concerns have been listened to. Will this result in a better film? It's really hard to say. Sometimes listening to your audience can hamper creativity. Other times it works out rather well. I don't know what this one will end up being, but my point is, this is a good thing unless it's a bad thing. Who's to say? Not me. A stack of concept art was also seen. And interestingly, a lot of it was dated towards the end of last year and lacked the vibrance of the realization of these designs. Now, whether or not, again, this was a reaction to Batman v Superman, I don't know. Most likely not all of it, as a lot of this would have been locked in with little room for change, since his filming started so close to the release of Batman v Superman. But what we do know is that Cyborg's costume will be all CGI, Barry Allen's will be cobbled together from stolen spacecraft equipment so that it doesn't burn up, and that Batman will be making him a new streamlined suit, and he himself will have an updated version of his mechanized armor with both a leg and arm brace. Possibly from old injuries, or something he gets earlier on in the film, as he does have a regular suit which has protective plating and now a slight bluish tinge. Speaking of though, this Batman sounds like a changed man. This time around he's about finding his humanity and appears to be capable of levity, which basically means less murder. Deborah Snyder actually said one thing that they learnt from Batman Superman is that audiences don't want their superheroes deconstructed, which I don't think is actually true. You only have to look at Watchmen, another Zack Snyder film, to see that that's not always the case. I think it might just be that people may have had a problem with the interpretation of certain characters. And by certain characters, I mean Superman, and by people having a problem, I mean me. I made a video on it and everything. You can check it out after this if you want, or just, get some toast or something. I don't know, do whatever you want. Let's talk Superman though. Interestingly, Henry Cavill was not seen anywhere on set, and the character of Superman, who's temporarily deceased, won't appear for a large initial chunk of the movie. When he does come back, he'll be sporting longer hair, which makes me think Return of Superman, which makes me think black suit with a silver S, which makes me think that scene in Man of Steel, but not really, because that's kind of different. But most importantly, it makes me think Superman with a mullet. I really didn't know this was a dream of mine to see this until now, and I'm just going to put this out there. Hashtag mullet for Superman. Finally, we got a plot synopsis. Basically, the film centers around Batman assembling a team of superheroes to combat the impending parademon forces led by Steppenwolf and his search for mother boxes, presumably as some kind of precursor to Darkseid's introduction later in the film or in another movie down the line. One concern of this is that we'll just get endless waves of drone enemies, which felt really played out by the time Age of Ultron rolled around. But still, the idea of seeing the Justice League take on an army of parademons is very exciting. I'm very excited by that. Also, apparently we'll be getting some flashbacks to ancient Atlantis and the Amazonians. Good stuff. But does all this Justice League damage control, and by that I mean news, excite you? Obviously it's impossible to tell until the movie is out, but all this seems like a step in the right direction. Do you have any favourite pieces of new information though? Or even something that you're still concerned about? Like how Superman might not have a mullet. If you can wrap your head around that, hashtag mullet for Superman. Now, I'm not saying tweet that at Zack Snyder. I'm not saying that at all. You do whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. It's a free world somewhat. It depends where you are. But yeah, if you have any thoughts about any of that, feel free to leave it below. Hashtag mullet for Superman. Get him a mullet. It looks so great. It wouldn't look dumb. I mean, it would look dumb, but be so great. Also, if you want, that Superman video I mentioned is there. And this Monday on my podcast, The Weekly Planet, we'll be breaking down all the Justice League news mentioned here and more. If you come along for the ride, it'll be something you'll never forget. That's a lie, obviously. Also, that'd be terrible. Just outdated news of the Justice League movie rattling around in your head forever. Who wants that? All right, everybody, I'm leaving. Take care. Have it. Goodbye. I'm going. Computer, stop recording.